Legend has it that John TTArtisan Wood went to shake Leica Stephen Smith's hand, and Leica denied him, and TTArtisan initially felt self-conscious about himself until he met up with Voigtlander Hammerwood. Voigtlander shined his shoes, Zeiss gave him a jacket, and now they have the 75mm Tony 2 lens, and they're on par with Leica and Zeiss as a company. Third-party Chinese people. They're doing good.
All I want is the perfect camera. All I want is the perfect camera.
So I gotta be honest with you, I'm not a huge fan of most third-party companies. Sigma, no. Too sharp, clinical, big. Tamron, what are you even doing? The look, the disgusting green tones, your slimy bodies with your weird plastic. I'm not a fan, so like, Voigtlander? Yeah, sign me up. Zeiss? Okay. Leica? Yes, please. But TTArtisan has been growing on me slowly. They made that 500mm 6.3 that was just mind-blowing for wildlife. I was like, right on. Still have the 100mm 2.8 macro for Nicky Boy. We're on it right now, 40mm Tony 2. It's like, good look. First impressions of the build quality, and then we'll switch to it. 75mm Tony 2, it's light as heck. It's like clicky. I like the aperture. It's like very nicely clicking. You can hear it as I play B-roll footage for you. Oh yeah. Smooth manual focus ring. Not like Zeiss smooth, but decent. It has a weird looking lens hood. I will say that. That's the one weird thing about it. It's like kind of scratchy and square. It's like, hey man, can I come too? God, that took way too long, Nikon. You suck at this. So like, I don't know. It's minimalistic, it's light, 75mm Tony 2, what could you hate? I'll find something. Alright, let's switch to it. Sony ZV-E1, see if it's like a nice portrait look in here, then we'll do a little street videography test. And then outside, does it have the pop factor? A TTArtisan autofocusing lens, 75mm Tony 2. You know I've been debating the Zeiss Batis 85mm 1.8. Same basic thing. Same basic thing. Autofocus? Oh, that's probably not very flattering. Oh man, I need to heal this forehead rash one day. Then this kind of portrait lens will sell itself. Yes, just side note, they sent it to me to review for free. This is a shill tuber's degree here. Come on, that's fine. Don't worry about that. There's affiliate links for you. For people like you on your level, you have to pay for things. Now, things I pay attention to when I get a lens like this for Talking Head Studio, is it like overly sharpened? Some have like this disgusting look to it. Is there a green tint to the skin? Is something off? Are the Tony balls okay? Pay attention to that. Don't look at the forehead rash in this segment. We're all agreeing to that right now. Look at the balls. One of you, huh? Wow. Pretty good autofocus.
The journey you'll never finish. Why even begin? Who convinced me to come back again? To come back and then act like it never happened. But this
It takes a while to acquire the eye, but it gets you. The real question is, ow, if we were to zoom in, does it do it? It's seeming to do it. Okay. I was worried. Third-party lens, you never know. Sony with their stuff. It's like, oh, sorry, we can't do that with a third-party lens. You need a clinical Sony lens. Bullshit. I'm going to go outside now, see if this keeps up in slow-motion street videography. A 75mm Tony 2. Are you believing that? And then we'll do a little outside appearance. And is this lens worth having in your arsenal? It's cheap. I don't even know the price. I don't know why I say that every time. It was free for me. You're not on this level. Okay, don't trust this exposure right now, but if we're tracking, just did the slow-mo street stuff. Come on. We're looking for 3D pop now. The leading lines to a pop factory near you. Not very exposed. Huh? Are we popping? Does it have the TT pop? I tell you, some of them do. Not saying this one does. I think it was 10 elements. You might have something. Do I have to stand like this? Dare you even fathom it? Backlit and... I don't know how to frame things, but... So far, so good. For the portrait stuff indoors, 75 mils, you could do worse. Tony 2, you're full frame. That's a Tony 1 micro four thirds. Yeah, sounds pretty good when you frame it like that. I came here for the peaceful noise. I trust that Sony autofocus has back detect technology. Someone's running off with my skateboard. That's $400 gone. I'll leave. So I've had a look at the footage. Here's what I've noticed. There's a nice look. We're on it right now. 75mm Tony 2 is a decent focal range. You almost like it better than 85, slightly wider, but you still get some dunny balls. The autofocus performance is somewhat reliable most of the time, but it's not quite like a Sony native lens. It does miss. I noticed on my street videography shots, a lot of them were throwaways because it completely missed focus. Usually Sony lenses, even the Zeiss 55, it'll latch on much quicker, whereas this was making mistakes. One annoying quirk is, for some reason, the manual focus ring is reverse engineered. It's the opposite way. Usually it's left for long, right for macro, and it's the opposite, and you can't change it in a Sony camera. I'm not sure why. That's a Nikon thing. They do it the other way. Everything's reverse. Screws are backwards. They flush down toilets themselves, but they spin in awkward degrees. Like, you're upside down on our flat world. So that's a devastating flaw. Plus the lens hood, sometimes if you don't line it up perfectly, it can like go further in than it ever should. It just feels cheap and flimsy. Points deducted. But if it's affordable, you have a lightweight, more 3D poppy version of a Viltrox style system. So it's like, I prefer TT over Vilt. So affiliate links will of course be made available to you through my purchase link power. And any mount you choose, I think Nikon, Canon, Olympus for sure. You know, I'll go home now, but thank you for your Bitcoin donation. What do you think of the lens? Do you see the pop? I'm still trying to decipher if I can see this lens having 3D pop or not. It's hard to tell, but it could have some. Oh God, that lighting. Oh, I'm ending on that note. Subscribe for more videos.